My name is Anna O'Connor, Chairperson of the National Breast Cancer Research Institute. The National Breast Cancer Research Institute is a voluntary charity located at the Clinical Science Institute, NUI, Galway. Established in 1991, the main objective of the Institute is to conduct ethical research into the biology of breast cancer, to determine the causes, and to improve the treatment and medication for breast cancer patients. The NBCRI is funded by the continuous work of the Finance and Planning Committee, by the generosity of the public through donations and fundraising events. This finance is crucial for the Institute's survival and future growth. Corporate funding and the support of groups, in particular the ICA, form an important part of the day-to-day running of NBCRI. The Institute, which has become a leader in breast cancer research, is headed by Professor Michael Kern.
Breast cancer is a very common disease, affecting 2,000 women annually in Ireland and more than 1 million worldwide. Breast cancer research is very important. It allows us to develop new treatment strategies, identify markers of aggressive disease, and develop strategies for breast cancer treatment and prevention. This is the National Breast Cancer Research Institute funded research laboratory. Here we are currently running several programs of breast cancer research. As you'll hear from the scientists, medical doctors and students involved, these programs are shedding new light on breast cancer research.
Hello, my name is Roisin McNeil and I'm a postdoctoral research scientist here. My work is geared towards gaining a better understanding of the processes which underlie the spread of cancer from the breast to other parts of the body, a process which is known as metastasis. We're working towards developing a molecular test which will enable us to predict or identify at an early stage patients at risk of their cancer spreading. Such a tool would enable the clinicians to intervene at an earlier stage with treatments tailored towards specific patients and the specific characteristics of their disease, and thus help ensure a better outcome for women with breast cancer and maximise the benefits they receive from their treatments.
My name is Kathy Kern. I'm Senior Technician in the Department of Surgery. One of my main responsibilities is looking after the breast cancer database. We have over 2,400 patients on the database at present. It's extremely important for clinical audit and also for providing information for retrospective research within the laboratory.
My name is Aidan Manning. As part of my surgical training, I'm doing a year of full-time breast cancer research. The research I'm doing involves analysing breast tumour tissue for the expression of specific genes that are implicated in the process of breast cancer metastases to bone. Understanding more about these genes will allow us to identify patients at an early stage who are most at risk of developing bone metastases and to treat these specific patients differently in order to slow down or disrupt that process.
My name is Emer Hennessy. I'm a research technician here at the National Breast Cancer Research Institute. One of the responsibilities of a technician is to manage and coordinate the collection of specimens for our research. This is our biobank, which consists of several hundred tissues and blood samples taken from patients. This is vital to our ongoing research, and we use these specimens in everyday work.
Okay. Hi, my name is Donna Kilmartin and I'm a postdoctoral researcher funded by the NBCRI. My work involves culture of breast cancer cells, which serve as a model of breast cancer. This model helps us to develop better treatment regimes and to give us a better understanding of the progression of the disease.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer in women in Ireland. Approximately 2,000 cases are diagnosed nationwide each year, and the incidence of the disease is expected to double in the 20-year period between 2000 and 2020. A patient's risk of developing secondaries from breast cancer is based on an index known as the Nottingham Prognostic Index. This is calculated by the size of the tumour, whether it has spread beyond the breast to the lymph nodes, and how aggressive the growth pattern is. As you can see from this slide, patients whose diagnosis is early, as shown on the red line, have a very good outlook, with more than 90% of them being alive at 10 years. By contrast, those whose disease is diagnosed much later, shown here in blue, have a much worse prognosis. Early diagnosis is imperative in order to give women the best chance of a satisfactory outcome from breast cancer, and the best means of early diagnosis is screening mammography. In the last decade, there have been remarkable advances in the treatment of breast cancer. These include the development of conservative breast surgery, so that now the majority of women have a lumpectomy and sentinel node biopsy rather than a mastectomy and axillary clearance as primary surgery. Other treatments, such as endocrine therapy and chemotherapy, are targeted to specific markers on the tumour. These developments have combined to improve both survival and quality of life. Recent research has enabled us to identify specific subtypes of breast cancer based on their genetic profile. Each specific breast cancer subtype responds differently to conventional treatment. This research has enabled us to select the most appropriate treatment for individual patients. We're at a very exciting crossroads in the development of new and personalised therapies for breast cancer. It's only through ongoing research into the biology of this common condition that we can continue to improve the outcome for the large number of affected women and their families.
Hi, I'm Joe Duffy, Fundraising Coordinator for NBCRI. Our fundraising events are wide and varied, from international walks to mini marathon, golf events, bank packs and bucket collections. Every cent counts. Annual events such as our Valentine's Ball and Into the West Cycle Challenge are well established in the NBCRI calendar. However, we are continuously looking for new and varied ways of raising awareness and the funding needed to allow Professor Kern and his team at the research facility to continue their excellent work. To view the full list of our activities, you can visit our website at nbcri.ie or breastcancerresearch.ie. If you would like to join us for any of our events or have any new ideas for us, we would like to hear from you. We are always looking for volunteers, and you can contact us by phone at the Institute or email events@nbcri.ie.
The NBCRI funds our research programme with your help. The monies raised help to support a large team of researchers in the fight against this common disease. With your help, we can make a difference.